Hello everyone, hope you're good. And so here is a video on my Fine Elements upright fan heater. Now this is a fan heater I've had for a few years. I've had this for about 5 years. I got it back in 2019. I bought it from Asda. And yeah, this is my first video of it. Now, as we are approaching sort of winter time, well, we're basically in autumn at the moment, but as we're approaching autumn and it gets a bit colder, I thought I'd get out my Fine Elements upright fan heater. So here it is. It's a very basic upright fan heater, and yeah, it does work. And yeah, it works just fine. And so yeah, I don't think you can buy this particular model now, but still, you might be able to, I don't know. Yeah, so it's just a very basic upright fan heater. It's very, very basic and very, very budget. So these sort of upright fan heaters, they have they've got controls here. So it's got a red indicator light, and that indicator light turns orange. That's just to show it's on, because most fan heaters like this have an indicator light. And so yeah, so we've got a thermostat which turns the fan heater off if it's in warm setting or hot setting. Whether it's in warm setting or hot setting, it will turn, the thermostat will turn it off to cool down, at least for a few minutes, and then it will turn back on. And it's got a control, it's got a switch here that controls, so this Fine Elements upright fan heater has got it's got a cool mode, which obviously means ordinary fans, it just blows out cold air. It's also got warm setting, which is that single line, and hot setting. So when you switch it to warm setting, warm setting initially turns the elements inside on. So the elements, as I mentioned for both of the videos for my uncle's two Dimplex wall mounted fan heaters, the elements is what produce the heat. Now the elements is the main part in a fan heater that's expensive to run. But as they're expensive to run, you can only run them for a few minutes if it's like really, really cold. Like, I'm going to at least use this a little bit at least. So it probably won't be very long. I might let the thermostat turn it off a few times, but these are very expensive to run, so still, we can't have it on for very long. And I'm going to at least use this a little bit in my living room. Like, I'll let the thermostat turn it off for like a few times, and then it will be turned off properly. So the thermostat just turns it off for a few minutes for the motor and the elements and the whole fan heater itself to cool down. That's how it works. Then it'll turn back on, because obviously when it's in use, the elements get very hot. They get very, very hot if you have it in hot setting, but if you have it in warm setting, they'll just get very hot. So yeah. So it says do not cover here, because you shouldn't, because that's very dangerous. It could catch fire, like if you put your clothes over it. That is just dangerous, you shouldn't do that. And so yeah, so we'll just turn it to the side. Here's the side for you. Here's the back for you. There's the inside there. There's the elements there. You've got the cord leading through there. It's only got a short cord, it's just plugged in over there. It's just plugged in over there. You can take these apart if they need cleaning. Actually, I'm not sure if this has got security screwdrivers in it. It probably has. So anyway, so we'll just lift it up. It's very lightweight, like it's only cheap. Here's the rating sticker. Pause to read that if you like. Now these types of fan heaters have a very loud noise. So yeah, so we can give it a test. It's got 2 generic black blades inside. There they are, just in there. So I have used this over time, and yeah, I've tried to use this very shortly. I've tried to use this very shortly and let it have little amount of use, like when it's expensive to run. Now, I used it a little bit last year, and yeah, it's alright to use. Just put on for a few minutes, that's alright. Yes, anyway, so we're going to turn it on. So we're going to turn it on, demonstrate cool mode, and then we'll try out both the heat settings. And I'll sort of turn the thermostat a bit, just show it how it works. We'll turn it off for a few seconds, turn it back on again. That's it. Yes, anyway, so let's turn it on. So this is cool mode. Just blows out cold air. Yeah, gives very little amount of cold air. So that's that. So let's turn the warm setting on, which starts producing the heat. Oh, that feels nice and warm. That does feel nice and warm. Keep your living room or your conservatory nice and warm. So let's test hot setting. This gets even hotter. Oh, it does feel nice. It does make it nice and warm. Still expensive to run. Oh, it's just turned, the thermostat's just turned it off. That's because it gets very, very hot. So I was worried I was going to have to turn it to demonstrate it. It's just turned off for a sec. I'll just switch it back on. I can demonstrate the thermostat in cool mode. So yeah, so I'm just going to switch it off for a sec. It's not meant to switch off in cool mode, but I can do. So that's basically it. So it'll do exactly the same for warm setting and hot setting. Right, let's turn it back on. I always put it back on to cool mode after I've used it. I always turn it back on to cool mode, like to cool it off a little bit. Now on cool mode it's alright to run. It's got a decently alright spin down. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see ya!